Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here this morning. Are we ready to get started? I know it's a chilly day, but I think everyone is here who is going to be here. So I just want to kick off this morning's program. My name is 𝗦𝗽će𝗶𝗵𝘵. I'm the mayor of the city of Toledo and excited to kick off this morning's news conference talking about the events scheduled for the Italian Bowl, which will take place in the city of Toledo in June of this year. All right. That's wonderful, especially since the applause was led by the one woman I know I need to introduce, 𝗦𝗫𝗍 𝗔𝗫𝗆, member of Toledo City Council, who's really gotten active in a lot of our international efforts this year. And I want to recognize her as we go into the program. We have a number of speakers. They're going to talk about all the different pieces and parts of this. But just from a sense of history, I think everyone here will know and remember that 2 years ago, the championship of Italian football took place here in Toledo in the Glass Bowl. It was a few days later in the calendar that year. I remember it ended with the 4th of July fireworks downtown, which was a special night. It's going to be a few days earlier this year, but the excitement is just as real. The agenda is even longer and more robust. Everything from the Taste of Italy Restaurant Week, the Mayor's Cup competition, which I was disappointed to see is still going to happen since it involves me attempting to be athletic, youth camps, business forums, just a number of things that will not only bring excitement to our community, but let's be honest, dollars. There are millions of dollars of economic impact that we enjoyed when this happened in 2023. And given that our agenda is larger and we anticipate more guests, and now there's a little more muscle memory in our community about how to do this, we expect even bigger and better things. So, again, last thing I'll say, people, when we did this 2 years ago, people sort of looked with a quizzical eye and said, why Toledo? Why are we doing this in Toledo? You know, why are people flying across the ocean thousands of miles to play their 41st Italian football championship in Toledo? And to some extent, the answer was why not Toledo? Cities, not only does the history of football trace its roots to this part of the United States, and it does. You know, football was really born in the Mahoning Valley. It was an exercise for coal miners, frankly. They would be down in the coal mines for hours on end, and then they'd take a break and come up and start kicking around a ball in a sort of a rugby kind of way, and it just evolved into football, which is why so much of the sport's history, so many of the icons of the sport are from Western Pennsylvania, Eastern Ohio, the Hall of Fame. It's located in Eastern Ohio. The roots of the sport were born here. The forward pass was invented here by no less than Knute Rockne on the beach at Cedar Point. Every football used in every NFL game is made not too far from here, down the road in Ada. So to some extent, you know, the reason this happens in Toledo is because the roots of the sport were born here. But it's also because Toledo raised its hand and said, yeah, we can do this. Successful cities have to be, among other things, interesting and do interesting things and be compelling. And this is one of those, you know, events that, you know, I think began with a lot of question marks in people's minds. Like, what is this all about? Why is this happening? But boy, it has grown, it has snowballed into something that is really dynamic and exciting, and we're here to talk about it today. So with that, we have a few speakers we want to get to. We want to begin with an excellent, frankly, none of this would be possible without the leadership of Jeff Shook and his team at Buckeye Broadband, just from a sponsorship level, logistical level, how they're helping to raise the brand and create awareness through televising regular season games as they've done for several years. I want to turn over to him and he can make some remarks. Jeff Shook.
Good morning. Very excited to be here today, and again, partner with the city and the county and other leaders across our community to help bring this event to Toledo. You know, the mayor asked a great question: why Toledo? And I think the answer is perfect. Why not? I love the fact that as a businessman here in Toledo, representing Block Communications and Buckeye Broadband, that we can continue to work to elevate Toledo, to add greater positive spin, greater positive feelings, exposure to an international business community. This is a great town, and we have so many features from a quality of life and from a transportation, from a business perspective, that I love the fact that we have an opportunity to work with other business leaders and help promote Toledo. So this is, I'm very excited about this. We did the game here 2 years ago. I felt like it was an absolutely phenomenal success. It was a heck of a lot of fun. The community, I felt, embraced it. And so much so that when the next opportunity came around, I believe the IFL was happy to meet with us and happy to take advantage of our invitation to come back. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful that we have an opportunity to work with different members of the community and to make this happen. We will be televising the regular season again this year on BCSN. For those outside of the Buckeye broadband coverage area, it'll also be available on the BCSN app, so that other neighboring communities can also get involved and build their allegiances to the teams they find most interesting. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to Nick 𝗦𝗫. The genesis of this event is due in large part to Nick's vision. He has been not just an excellent, not only do I think he's an excellent businessman, he's developed into a good friend. So Nick, you want to come on up and visit a little bit?
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your comments to open as well. It's exciting to be here. This league and this experience of American football overseas for me was a huge, huge part of my life. And to see us having a second iteration of bringing the Italian Bowl back to Toledo, play it in the Glass Bowl on the University of Toledo's campus is very special. Thank you as well to Athletic Director Blair for being such a big proponent of this as well. I mean, the community, and I think Jeff said it well, the community, when we started this, the response and everybody willing to get their vision behind this and say, this could be something really interesting. And same with the mayor, the first meeting with the mayor, you know, a lot of folks who said, you know, American football in Europe, what exactly is this soccer or is this American football? And we've had many of those conversations, but the more people that we've heard from since the first game in 2023, there's a passion, an experience that's related to this league and these players coming from all walks of life, from all different backgrounds, who play it because it's their passion, much like it was a passion for players like Otto Graham, Johnny Unitas, Deacon Jones, and these guys who had to work jobs in order. This was an outlet for folks working all day and then being able to play a sport and have community, a great sense of community with people who they worked with or were a part of communities. And it's very present in that Italian football league. And now that flag football is truly an international sport and is going to be an Olympic sport, this really is an opportunity to show more light on Toledo, show more light on the community, the sport, and the international attention behind it. It was really something unique for me to be able to go back to last year's Italian Bowl in Ravenna with some folks that were here and have so many people talk about Toledo and so many international people, even some folks from France who are involved in the International American Football Federation and talk about how well Toledo was received. So to continue to do these things and be a part of it is very, very special. And again, you know, the partners here locally, I just cannot say enough. I mean, Jeff talked about BCSN and Block Communications getting involved extremely early and just saying, hey, why don't we do a game of the week? Why don't we do all these events related to showing the sport. And now I think a part of that created this league to have now a partnership with DAZN, who's a really big international sports broadcasting company. And I think it led from, BCSN kind of starting out and saying, we're going to do game of the week and broadcast here in the States and provide that opportunity. So a lot of good things continue to happen out of it. I have to mention Dean Monsky, the Regional Growth Partnerships and Jobs Ohio have had a partnership now with the league. This will be the second year. There's a pretty big business forum in Florence with the president of the region of Tuscany, the Chamber of Commerce in Florence, where Toledo is going to be center stage at that in February. These type of things would not happen without Dean's vision and the RGP and Jobs Ohio getting involved and being a part of that. So a lot to be appreciative and grateful for what this community is doing and kind of embracing this international event. Really excited to bring it back June 28, 2025. And with that, I'm going to introduce Athletic Director Blair, who, as I said, was a huge part in making this a success and bringing these folks to campus. I can't say enough of how well the campus and everybody related with the university treated the Italians. I mean, University of Toledo. By the way, I got a bunch of messages from all these different players associated with these teams when Toledo won the bowl game against Pitt. And I mean, my WhatsApp was like full with 35 messages of, we were following the game, we were watching the game in Italy and how, what a historic win that was. So with that, I'll introduce Athletic Director Blair, and thank you.
Good morning. Seems like we were just here yesterday as we talk about this event and the tremendous occasion that it is. Football's been a major part of my life from the time I came out the womb, I think playing in middle school, high school, going on to play in college, and now being the athletic director at University of Toledo. Football's always been by my side. I'd be lying to you if I said I'd be thinking about the second occasion of the Italian Football Bowl being in my career future, but here we are. I couldn't be more excited about this. And to Nick's point and everybody that's spoken before, it truly does take a team. And so many of the team members you see here today that many you'll hear from to bring this and make this a realistic event and the impact it can have on the community in the city of Toledo. A special shout out to Nick. I just think he is truly a visionary in terms of having an idea, even sometimes when other people can't see that idea or that vision coming to life, but continuing to push it forward and continue to pull on teammates to pull it forward, I think is true leadership. So excited about the example he sets for not only the Italian Bowl, for our community. So thank you, Nick, for that. Just like yesterday, I think we talk a lot about Team Toledo and what is this concept, right? And I've talked about it for my 2.5 or almost 3 years here in town. But this idea that the university, the community, and our athletic program are connected in a way that really binds us all together. And so I give you the example, this university can't be the best version of itself without this community excelling and without highlighting the unique attributes of this community and really leveraging those for enhanced success, whether it be experiential learning for our students, whether it be sponsorship or philanthropic opportunities, or whether it be recruiting these young people in our community for future enrollment opportunities. I don't believe, and this is the athletic director talking, that this community can be the best version of itself without this university being the best version of itself. When you talk about a major university like the University of Toledo, we are the city's university. No bones about it. And we have a unique opportunity to represent that brand on our chest, on our helmets, on our jerseys, every time we play, every time we graduate from this proud university. And athletics in that equation, I believe, is two roles. One being the binder. I think it binds those entities together, but pulls this community on, showcases all that we have to do, but it also turns into a platform. Nick referenced our bowl game, 6 overtime win against Pitt, an ACC opponent. 2.56 million people watched that game. I got texts from people that I didn't even realize watch football from that, and now I can add Italy to the list of individuals that are paying attention. I don't say that to pat our football team on the back. That is the power of sport. The power of sport crosses so many bounds and invites so many people to learn more, to think more, to ask more questions about what you're representing. I think the Italian Bowl is just that. It's going to invite not only this region, but the entire world to ask more questions about what is Toledo and why not Toledo, and find out all the amazing things that in 2.5 years here I found out about this amazing community. So the university couldn't be more excited to host an event like this. This is truly a showcase opportunity, not only for the city, but also for our campus, and to bring so many people onto our campus and study its beauty and understand all that we have to offer. So excited to be here today. I'm even more excited to introduce our next speaker, our State Senator, 𝗦𝗽Ce 𝗶𝗵𝗵𝗵𝘁𝗹𝘆. Thank you.
Hi, I'm State Senator 𝗦𝗽ce 𝗶𝗵𝗵𝗵𝘁𝗹𝘆, and I am so excited to be part of such an incredible event. When you can bring people together and countries together through sports, it can be a really great unifier. We can start to build relationships and then build upon those. I mean, you've heard about the immediate economic impact of bringing Italy, this Italian game, here to our community. But the long-term benefits of those relationships are really cannot be overstated. It's an incredible opportunity to show business leaders, communities, what we've got here in Ohio and what we've got here in Toledo. Showcase our region and let people know that we are a great state to open up business. We are a great state when you're considering expansion. We're a great state to visit. The opportunities are endless. And as a proud graduate from University of Toledo College of Law, I can't tell you how excited I am that my alma mater is hosting this event. It's just very exciting, and I really can't tell you how happy I am to be a part of this. I also want to mention that I know, Nick, I mentioned certain events that are taking place around this game, but you can get more information through the press kit and through the website, the details. So thanks, everyone, for being here today. And I can't tell you, I'm looking forward to continuing to work with all of you and putting on a hugely successful event. Thank you.